Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been caught for the second time in what investigators are calling a dark money scheme in which she allegedly hid close to $1 million of campaign donations. But that's not all. The former bartender is under the control of a group of hipster socialists who created the AOC persona, and they may all be going to jail. You don't want to miss this. Last month, in a tangled web of deceit, Ocasio-Cortez and her multimillionaire campaign manager Saika Chakrabarti were caught illegally funneling close to $1 million from two political action committees, PACs, to his private companies last month. Chakrabarti claims to be a multimillionaire, but these shenanigans point to a man who is hard up for cash. And such an arrangement could have allowed Ocasio-Cortez's campaign to receive donations in excess of the normal limit by pooling contributions to both the PAC and the campaign itself. The fact complaint asserts that Chakrabarti established two PACs, the Brand New Congress PAC and Justice Democrats PAC, and then systematically transferred more than $885,000 in contributions received by those PACs to the Brand New Campaign LLC and the Brand New Congress LLC, his private companies that, unlike PACs, are exempt from reporting all of their significant expenditures, Fox News reported. That was last month. Today, new charges have been filed. On Wednesday, the Coolidge-Reagan Foundation, a First Amendment watchdog, filed another complaint against AOC, once again targeting Ocasio-Cortez and her campaign manager, Saika Chakrabarti. Spanning nearly 50 pages and levying more than 20 counts against Ocasio-Cortez, Chakrabarti, and the entities they created to carry out an unlawful, dark money scheme, the complaint provides the most in-depth analysis of Ocasio-Cortez's various campaign finance violations to date. It seems the AOC persona was created by a group of hipster socialists, but ignorance isn't an excuse when you are caught laundering dark money. There is no such persona as AOC, who grew up as Sandy, reports Judy McLeod for Canada Free Press. In short, AOC is not herself, but representative of a group of political hucksters spewing their un-American mantra through her. The group who created AOC is Justice Democrats, an American Progressive Political Action Committee, founded on January 23, 2017, by Kyle Kulinski of Secular Talk, Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks, and former leadership from the 2016 Bernie Sanders presidential campaign, McLeod states. The AOC we see daily in mainstream and social media is the Sandy who launched the Green New Deal in the Western world. She's the zombie, dressed to kill, sent out by something called the Justice Democrats, who appointed her queen of the surrealistic on what they plan as an unstoppable socialist spree, McLeod concludes. And these hipster socialists who created AOC also backed and financed Representative Ilhan Omar's campaign, who shares in AOC's hardcore socialism nightmare for America. Yet, the hipster socialists were always in way over their head. It was only a matter of time before their dark money scheme was uncovered. Ocasio-Cortez and Chakrabarti, engaged in a brazen scheme involving multiple political and commercial entities under their control to violate federal election law, circumvent federal contribution limits and reporting requirements, and execute an unlawful subsidy scheme, the new complaint by the Coolidge-Reagan Foundation alleges. This scheme allowed Ocasio-Cortez to gain an unfair advantage by receiving illegally excessive contributions and illegally subsidized campaign services, adds the Coolidge-Reagan Foundation. Dan Backer, who authored the complaint against the 29-year-old former bartender, had some additional thoughts on this dark money scheme. The subsidy scheme carried out by AOC and her campaign manager involves some of the most egregious campaign finance violations ever recorded, Backer stated. Perhaps even more egregious is AOC's hypocrisy on the matter, as she continues to portray herself as a campaign finance reformer. It's time for the Federal Election Commission, and all Americans, to hold AOC accountable, and say no to her self-serving brand of socialism. Well, the woman who states she started out as Sandy from the block and morphed into AOC is really a creation of the socialist group called the Justice Democrats. Originally headed by the Young Turks' Cenk Uygur, who is a far-left mess, the 29-year-old Ocasio-Cortez fit the bill for the type of candidate they thought could upset an election. But these dim-witted socialists didn't think they would be caught taking campaign funds and funneling it to private companies which in turn allegedly paid out salaries to Ack's boyfriend. What started out as a big game to Ack and her hipster socialist creators might end badly. They better lawyer up or orange jumpsuits will be what they'll be wearing in the very near future.